design task and devices survey questions. So here is the table of contents. First, we will learn about design and questionnaire. Question written basics. Type of questions and its usage. Ordering the questions and testing the devices. Let me ask you one thing. What is a questionnaire in your own words? So, a questionnaire is a written document containing questions and other types of items designed to solicit information for just the analysis. It is also a structured sequence of questions designed to collect primary data from respondents. So, let us move on to design of a questionnaire. In designing a questionnaire, we first need to determine the research problem or the target information. Diba kailangan mo na malaman kung ano nga ba yung gusto mong malaman sa paggagawa ka ng tanong. Next is choose the type of questions and methods for administration. This can be written, email or web form, telephone interview, or personal interview. Next, we need to determine the general question content needed to obtain the desired information. So, pwede kang magtanong ng kung ano muna yung general na topic, yung question. Then, determine the form of responses. Mamaya, I will about this here. And choose the exact question ready. Then make sure that the sequence of questions is effective. Diba pag tatanong kayo, dapat sunod-sunod yung may chronological order pa rin. Pwede siya kung from generic to specific or specific to generic. And last is test the questionnaire and revise it later. So, dispatch mo na naman siya. Let's move on to question number 6. So, when writing a question, it must be short and simple. For example, basahin mo na. Sino gusto mo?
Given the current trend of more hits and more home runs, longer games in general and more injuries in baseball today, do you think that steroid use should continue to be banned?
Please, sa tingin ko, yung question na yun, bakit mo ba naitigil?
Oo, kasi may ano siya, may...
Hindi yung ito sabihin sa unang tingin pa lang,
No, kasi mahal.
yun yung pinaka-problema. No questions can be confusing. So a better question for this is steroids has both positive and negative effects on baseball. So we're looking at here. Hindi nyo na lang. Then yun na yung next is avoid leading questions. These are wording that influences respondents to consider a subject in a related manner or injects preference or not. And yung type of questions na parang nagtatanong sa respondents na consider, sabi ko rin, for example, do you hate the President of the Philippines? Diba? Kaya siya naging leading question kasi opinion word. Opinion. Next. Who do you think? This is a leading question because it forces the respondents to answer one of these choices. Kahit, wala yung, kahit hindi, wala sa mga, sa choices, yung next is appropriately use open-ended and closed-ended questions. Open-ended questions are responses needed to be elaborated by the respondents for exhaustive and comprehensive data. It is also more suited to exploratory research that looks to decide a set of subject based on trends and patterns. Yung gusto mong makakuha ng descriptive, lang yung descriptive na sagot, open-ended questions yung pag-ibig. Later, ano yung ako naman ito? I-explain ko rin naman. Next is close-ended questions. Ano ba sa mga dito?
Provide written already or responses that are easy to process compared to open-ended questions. However, close-ended questions response categories should be exhaustive and literally explicit. In other words, all possible options should be provided.
For example naman, isang close-ended questions. Next is questions must be non-threatening, attentive, and provoking. Para lang siya yung kanina na-avoid yung question, pero ang pagkakaiba lang nito ay this is when the respondent is concerned about the consequences if answering a question in a particular manner. For example, who do you think consumes more cigarette, you or your friends? Doon ka na makakaano yung question. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay na.
Yes, yes.
So next is question clarity. When making a question kasi dapat clear kayo sa clear yung gagawin. Like ito, avoid ambiguities and make words like usual, regular, or normal. Like this question. What is your number of servings of eggs a day? Ang dito, ang hindi dito clear. Ano ba yung yung typical day? Yun yung problem dito. The better question dito is, on days you eat eggs, how many eggs do you usually consume? Ito. Sino kung ano? Next is don't use double barrel questions. We should always ask one question at a time, time out. And avoid asking two questions imposing unwarranted assumptions or even conclusions. Whenever you use "and" on a question or a statement, check if it's double barrel. For example, do you find the classes you took during your first semester in senior high school more demanding and interesting than your junior high school classes? Ang problema dito ay, what if yung classes na pinag-relate mo nung senior high ay demanding pero mas boring din yung junior high school classes. Diba wala siya sa sagutan dun sa questionnaire. So yun yung malit mo naman. Ang better question dito is, next is clearly define the response in the dimension or community. When using the response scale, clearly define the dimension or continuum. Respondents are previously related class. For example, when making response categories, make them logical and meaningful, not many, some, few, very, Lastly, I rated them all. Do a bipolar or unipolar rating scale. Bipolar measures both direction and intensity of an attitude, while a unipolar measures only one concept. Lastly, we'll minimize class oppositions. Joshua, palibasa ka nung debate range.
about the world whose food is taken for granted? Answering a question implies accepting its presupposition. Respondent may be led to provide an answer even if its presuppositions are false.
Ang example nito ay ito. Are you a BDS para dilawan? Ang problema dito sa question na to is it presupposes that one of the alternatives is true. So kung sasabihin mo hindi ka dilawan, ibig sabihin BDS ka. Yun yung dun sa question na yun. Parang nililimit yung yung answers mo. Hindi, parang ito. What are your usual hours of work? Ang problema ito is kung meron bang usual hours of work yung respondent, paano siya mag-up? Eh kung wala pong usual hours of work yung respondent, paano siya sasagot dito? The better question is, what are your usual hours of work? Or do you not have usual hours? So, always remember that each question should have a specific purpose. You know naman, that type of questions and its usage will be explained by the videos.
So, ang i-discuss ko ay different types of restaurants at yung location. There are two types of restaurants, open-ended and closed-ended restaurants. So, pakibasa ko.
Open-ended, best used for reading the eyes in an interview. When respondents' own words are important. When the researcher does not know all the possible answers.
So, ang open-ended question dito, you can really express your opinion, your thoughts about dun sa tinatanong. So, ang example dito ay, halimbawa kaya, can you describe your experience here in Arismos? Yun yung example ng open-ended question. You can really express your thoughts, opinions, and naiintindihan.
Yes.
So, yun ang last question. Okay ba?
Closed-ended, best used for collecting rank order data when all response choices are known. When quantitative statistical tool results are desired.
So, dito sa closed-ended, may pagpipilian na kayo. Basta may pagpipilian kayo, tapos, hanggang, halimbawa, basta multiple choice siya, tapos lahat ng response, nandun na. Pipili na lang kayo. Yun yung closed-ended question.
Opposite.
Ayun, for example, in which of the following do you like? Ganyan yung close-ended question. There are other forms of close-ended question. The first one is Likert scale. Dito, minimeasure yung okay, basa.
Used in assessing a person's opinion and feelings about something.
So, this, measures your attitude or your opinions about something. Halimbawa kaya dyan. For example, dito na lang. For example, how satisfied are you with Ian's discussion method? Kapag pipilian, very satisfied, neutral, dissatisfied, and very dissatisfied. Yun yung
Likert scale. Dini-measure yung
Rating.
sunod naman ay multiple choice. Ikaw ibasa.
Use when there are finite number of options. Example.
Dito may example naman na dito, nasa multiple choice na lahat ng pagpipilian. The next one is rating scale. Nabasa mo.
Rating scales.
Use in rating things in relation to other things.
So dito, mag-relate ka mo. Halimbawa kaya, rate Ian's presentation from 1 to 5.
Wow.
1 to 5? 1 to 5.
Ano ang high? Ano ang light? Ano ang high?
Agree. Agree.
The next one is ranking question.
Ranking questions. Ranking questions. Ordering answer choices by way of preference. This allows you to not only understand how respondents feel about each answer option, but it also helps you understand each one's relative popularity.
Halimbawa nito, rank your favorite food in Mom House canteen. Halimbawa, yung chicken, si spaghetti, Basta yung mga food, irarank ko siya from what from irarank ko siya from pakilakuan dito English, my science, and history. Rank English for you. Science. Pakirank ko muna. Uy! Irarank mo! Oh, yung malong yan. Ano ang pinaka-pinaka?
The second one is science. The third one is English. The fourth one is Filipino.
Talagang relax. So, ganun yung ranking question. Lumako na tayo sa ordering the questions. First, adopt a general organizational pattern that complements a survey's research objectives. There are two general patterns. The first one is panel pattern. Begins with broad questions followed by the progressively narrower or more specific ones. Example, halimbawa sa isang company. What do you think about our company? Tapos, yung susunod doon, what do you think our product can improve? From the full company itself to yung product na inaano nila, binibenta.
Okay.
The next pattern is inverted pattern. Narrowly focused questions are followed by more general ones. Parang kabaligtaran lang din ito ng funnel pattern questions. Halimbawa, how would you rate Bian's discussion method? Tapos, yung sunod, what do you think about our group's overall performance? From narrow to
Yes.
second, applicably related questions should be grouped together. Yung mga magkaka-same ng ng idea, dapat magkakasama sila. Like sunod-sunod sila. Hindi hiwa-hiwalay. Ganun.
Ayun ba?
A researcher should group together questions pertinent to a single topic then move to another topic. It is easier for the answer question this way. Third, easy to answer questions should be placed first. So dito, dapat inuuna si mga madadaling questions questions para ma-motivate yung magsasagot. Fourth, questions should be ordered to avoid establishing a response bias. So dito, dapat magkakasunod yung magkakasame ng topic. Yung mga question, dapat magkakasunod yung same ng topic. Response bias is a tendency of respondents to answer all closed questions the same way regardless of content. Halimbawa nito ay, a respondent checked somewhat agree to all criteria. Halimbawa, nag-agree siya sa lahat ng question kahit daiman niya pinasa ng ayos or daiman dapat siya mag-agree. Yun yung response bias. So, testing and revising the question. Babasa ko.
No matter how carefully you design a questionnaire, there is always the possibility of error. You are always certain to make some mistakes. The surest protection against such error is to retest the questionnaire in full or in part.
So, based on Monster and Bucky, para daw matest mo yung questionnaire kung okay ba lahat, gagamitin mo yung pretest or itetest mo muna siya sa sarili mo. Like, ikaw muna yung mag-take ng questions, tapos kapag may nakita ka mali, parang pwede mo pa siyang i-revise bago mo sa ibang. Yun lang. Okay?
Good morning po. Our activity is majority quiz. The class will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will have a designated facilitator to prevent confusion. The class will then be provided with questions and each member of the group is required to answer. Each correct answer of the members is equivalent to a point. That can be the highest point acquired in the theory. So, lahat po ng members ng group ay may participate.
Hindi naman lang ako pinano, ay pina-intense mo lang, burahin mo na ulit.